Hello, good morning students, and welcome to Pandasar's virtual class on macroeconomics, student of class 12th. So students, in our last couple of classes, we were discussing the concepts and different terminology which are used in the chapter of national income accounting. So the understanding of those terms are highly essential in order to understand the process in which or how we calculate national income. And our next discussion would be calculation of national income in three different methods, that is total output method, production method and consumption method. But here we will take a pause because I think it will be more convenient to discuss in face-to-face classes regarding the calculation of national income, because it involves some numericals. So next 1 or 2 months we will be waiting. If the lockdown period still prolongs, however, we will start in virtual class the methods of calculating national income. But till then we will stop that chapter, and today we are going to start a new chapter, that is money. So in the coming couple of periods, couple of classes, we will be discussing the chapter money and banking. So coming to the chapter money, first before going to the definition of money and different functions of money in an economy, we would rather like to know something about barter system, because before the invention of money, what the system that prevailed, the system that entertained exchange of goods is barter system. So what is barter system? Now we are going to discuss what is barter system, means the meaning of barter system. In your class books, in your books, whatever you have, Radha Bogna or say NCERT books, you will find a couple of definitions given by eminent economists about the term money. But about the term money and barter. But no need to learn those definitions by heart. Simply you understand and you can define or explain in using your own words or your own way. So today we are going to discuss the meaning of barter system, the condition of the barter system, means in what type of condition that prevails in the economy which supports barter system, and advantage and disadvantage of barter system. I think these three concepts will totally take our today's class. So first coming to meaning of barter system. So barter system is a system that entertains exchange of goods for goods. It is a C to C economy, or it is a C to C system, where C stands for commodity, commodity to commodity. That means, simply trying to understand with the help of an example. Suppose I have a surplus amount of tomato that I have produced, but I have no potato and I need some potato. So in exchange of potato, what I can give is tomato. So in a barter system, the surplus commodity is exchanged for some necessary commodities. And here two parties are involved. One gives his produce or his surplus goods to another who needs it, and he gives the surplus goods that he has produced to the first party. So this is the meaning of barter system. So if you try to define the barter system, so you can simply write only a single sentence, that barter system is a system in which goods are exchanged for other goods. So now we will discuss the conditions that are required for barter system. In what type of economy, in what type of economic conditions there can be barter system. So point wise we will go. The first point is limited want. So unlike modern economies where we have a plenty of wants, just remember in primitive days people they have a very few wants. So in order to be a success, barter system will be a success only if the participants, the people of the economy have a limited number of wants. They must want a limited number of goods and services. Second to it, limited areas of exchange. Limited areas of exchange, that means in a very small periphery of place, barter system can succeed. We cannot do international transactions following barter system. Suppose I have tomato, surplus tomato, and someone in Canada he has surplus potato. So I cannot go and exchange the tomato for potato. That's why barter system only can succeed in a limited area of operation. That is limited area of exchange. The third point is need for double coincidence of want. This is a technical term and you need to understand very clearly what is a double coincidence of want. Double coincidence of want. Here we would take an example. Suppose two parties are involved, party A and party B. So it is highly required in barter system that what A has in surplus, B must be needing that thing. Means the surplus of A must be something necessary to B and the surplus of B must be necessary to A. Suppose A have a surplus tomato and B has surplus potato. So in exchange of tomato, A must be needing potato and in exchange of potato, B must be needing tomato. So such a condition is, if it is possible, then we can say there is a double coincidence of want. And it is quite easy to understand that if there is no double coincidence of want, that suppose A has surplus tomato, B has surplus potato, but A does not need potato in exchange of tomato and B does not need tomato in exchange of potato. So there is no double coincidence of want, hence between A and B there cannot be exchange of goods. Hence here barter system will fail. So these 3 points are the conditions that must prevail in the economy in order to support barter system. Now one by one we will go through the advantages and disadvantages of barter system. So you remember nowadays hardly we see barter system except some unprivileged area or some remote area where till today goods are exchanged for goods. But in the modern economy, after the invention of money, especially barter system has extincted. That's why you can see only a couple of advantages of barter system, where actually a long list of disadvantages of barter system. And due to these disadvantages, men or people desperately tried to find some better system or some better thing that can be used for exchange of goods. And due to that search, ultimately money was discovered. So here, in the advantages, the first point is simple. Barter system is simple transaction. There is no complexity. Simply give some good and take some good. Second point is no payment problem. You see, nowadays all countries never don't have a same currency. They have their own currencies. For example, you will find dollar in USA, you will find rupees in India, and so on. So the value of those currencies are not equal. Hence, while settling in international transactions, we often find problem. However, we are going to read about the exchange rate or exchange system in our later chapters. But still, it is something very complicated. Hence, there is no simplicity. So, payment in a barter system is always problematic. Then the third point is division of labor. You see, because goods are exchanged for goods, a man or a single household specializes in the production of a particular good. For example, if I am producing tomato, then in a couple of years I will be a specialist in the production of tomato. Hence, the quality, the productivity would increase, and that is only possible in barter system. Then the next point is small scale of production. When there is barter system, we cannot increase our scale of production beyond a limit. For example, nowadays companies like Coca-Cola, companies like Pepsi, they are operational in more than hundreds of countries. So they produce a lot of cold drinks. So remember, if there were no money, then with what or with whom they would exchange their goods? So it is difficult. Then it would always restrict the scale of production, the barter system, and when the scale of production is less, then it often becomes labor intensive and not capital intensive. Hence, a better employment opportunity and better earning potential for people. So these 4 points are the advantages of barter system. Now come to the disadvantages of barter system. So, as a system of exchange, the barter system has some problems, and one by one we are going to discuss the problems of barter system. The first point is problem of double coincidence of want. Just we have discussed the concept of double coincidence of want, and it is always not possible to find someone who needs the goods that you have in surplus, and he has the good in surplus what you need. So there cannot be always double coincidence of want. Hence, the searching cost increases. So, if you have a surplus tomato, then you have to search for a longer time to find a man who has what you want, and he must be needing what you have in surplus. That's why the searching cost or the waiting cost increases in barter system. That is one of the disadvantages of barter system. Then, the next point is problem of subdivision. Problem of subdivision. For example, suppose I have goat in surplus. Goat, you know, and I need one hen. But the exchange rate between goat and hen is 2 hens for 1 goat. Then here, suppose I need only 1 hen, then I cannot cut into 2 a single goat and give half of the goats without losing the quality or losing the quality or the one satisfying power of the goat. So thus here comes the second problem of subdivision, that beyond a limit goods cannot be divided any further. But after the invention of money, we can find different denominations of money, starting from 2000 rupees note, currency note, to even a time ago there were 1 paise, 2 paise also prevailing in the economy and were circulated. So the third point or third disadvantage is lack of common measure of value. Again, it's something technical, and you need to understand what is measure of value. So whenever we exchange goods for goods, what exactly we do is that we try to measure the value of both the goods. So there is no common measure of values. For example, a goat can be valued in terms of hen, in terms of cows, in terms of rice, in terms of potato, in terms of tomato. So all these things are different, and there is no common measure of value, unlike monetary system, where the common measure of value is money. Then the fourth point is lack of store of value. This is yet another important point of or disadvantage of barter system, that sometimes what happens, we have something in surplus. Suppose I need 10 kilo of tomatoes, but I produced 100 kilos of tomatoes. and I could not find someone to exchange the remaining 90 kilos of tomatoes that I have in surplus. So what I would do? I would try to preserve it, I would try to store it, but beyond the limit, beyond the time, what would happen? It would start losing its quality. It would get rotten. So this is yet another problem. But if I have surplus money, then I can store it for a longer time without losing its quality or losing its value. Thus, in barter system, there is no common or no store of value. Then the fifth disadvantage is costly transportation. Costly transportation. Suppose I have to exchange my cows with something and the owner lives in Delhi. So what would happen? In order to transport my cows from here to Delhi, I would have to spend a lot of money. So it becomes costlier to transport the goods and services beyond a distance. And lack of standard of deferred payment. This is the most important point or disadvantage of barter system. That standard of deferred payment. What is deferred payment? The deferred payment means for present consumption, if we are making the payment in future, then the transaction is called deferred payment, or the payment is called deferred payment. So taking something in credit. So what would happen? So lack of standard of deferred payment. That means, suppose I have got the tomatoes and I stored it, or I took tomatoes from someone, and if I stored it for a longer period of time, then what would happen? It would get rotten. Suppose now I took 5 cows from someone, and I promised him to pay cows after a longer time. So when I am making my payment, that time my stock of cows, the value might rise or fall. So in that case, there cannot be proper way of transaction. That's why we say there is a lack of standard of deferred payment. So deferred payment or payment for present consumption in future becomes difficult, complex and impossible in a barter system economy. So this is all about the definition of money, barter system, advantage and disadvantage and condition. Go through the books. If you find any problem, just ask me and clarify your doubts. Tomorrow we are going to discuss about money, its definition and its various functions. Thank you. Have a nice day.